Glocks suck. Trust me, I'm an expert. Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about Glocks. We're going to be talking about the channel. We're going to be talking about what I do here on the channel, what my intentions are, and why I do this channel. And I guess this video kind of came about because of a video that I put out last week or whenever it was about the Glock 19X and all the people that I upset just because I said I didn't like the gun. And we're going to talk about some of the comments that I got on that video, but it also goes, for the whole channel, all the videos here on the channel, because a lot of these comments pop up from time to time. And I basically wanted to put this video out for the new people that are coming to the channel. The channel's got quite a bit of growth over the past couple months, so we do have new people here. And if they're seeing that video for the first time, seeing all them comments, I didn't want any misunderstandings, about what's going on here on the channel. So I'm probably going to title this video Glocks Suck, I'm an Expert, and then yes, this is clickbait or something like that, because that's what the video is going to be about. But I am going to let you guys know right up front that there is going to be a clickbaity title, because if not, people will get upset about it. But like I was saying, we're going to talk about Glocks, and we'll start off with the Glock 19X video and some of the hateful comments or some of the people who are upset because of my opinions on the Glock 19X. And some of the main comments, one of the biggest things that popped up in that video was people telling me, hey, you don't understand this gun. You don't understand the purpose of this gun. This was the military entry for the military trials and all this stuff. It wasn't for civilians, yada, yada, yada. I completely understand that. And I actually put a little disclaimer down in the description box saying that I understood that. I knew that before the video. I knew that during the video, and I know that now. I understand completely that that gun was the gun that was entered into the military trials. Exact copy minus the thumb safety. I do understand that. And that does not change my opinion at all on the Glock 19X. The Glock 19 slide with the Glock 17 frame, in my opinion, for me personally, I don't see a point in it. I will not be buying it. The gun is just not for me. Now, with that being said, if it's something you're excited about, if you want the Glock 19X, then by all means, go out and buy it. I'm sure it's going to be an excellent, excellent gun, just like all the other Glocks, just like this trusty Gen 3 Glock 19 that I've had for a very long time. I'm sure it's going to work. I'm sure it's going to be reliable. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are going to absolutely love it. But it's just not for me. I will not be buying the Glock 19X. I think it's pointless for my needs, for me personally. So that's the first thing to get out of the way. And one of the other big things that popped up a few times was people leaving comments, and of course it was the people who were upset that I did not like the Glock 19X and saying it was a huge letdown for me personally, was saying, okay, here is another YouTube gun expert thinking they know everything about Glock and all this stuff, and that could not be any further from the truth. I just want to say up front right now so everybody knows I am no expert at all. Just because I make YouTube videos, I'm not an expert. What this channel is about, and we'll go ahead and jump into that. What this channel is about, why I do this channel, is just to bring everybody along on my journey with firearms. I learn something new every day. I try something new almost weekly, and I turn this camera on and share my experiences with you guys. And like when I go out to the range and do my shooting videos out there, the way that I try to record them and the way that I try to bring them to you guys is as if I was out there talking to a buddy of mine that was with me at the range. I try to talk to the camera as if it's a range buddy out there. Say I shoot a gun and I like the trigger. I'll just say it out loud to talk about how I like the trigger, if the gun shot good, if it didn't shoot good, if I didn't like the trigger, whatever it is, I just talk to the camera as if I'm talking to a range buddy. And that's what I try to do. That's how I try to come across. That's why you don't see me titling any of my videos reviews on this, reviews on that, because I'm not trying to make these videos and do reviews and act like I know every little thing about it. All I'm trying to do is share my experiences, my opinions based off of my experiences with you guys as if I was just talking to a friend. That is what I try to do here on the channel. By no means am I an expert on pistols, rifles, shotguns, installs, triggers, any of that. I'm not an expert, so we'll just say that right up front. We'll get that cleared up right now. Definitely not an expert. Another thing was people were giving me a hard time saying that The Glock 19X, I said it wasn't for me because I couldn't concealed carry it because of the longer grip. If I'm going to buy a gun that has a 19 slide, I want it to have a Glock 19 grip, or even shorter if at all possible, because all of us know that when we try to carry a gun, conceal a gun, the slide really doesn't matter. I mean, if you get a big 8-inch barreled gun, yeah, it's going to be a little hard to conceal and carry, especially if you're sitting down, stuff like that. But the thing that we have to worry about is the grip. And if I'm going to sacrifice velocity and sight picture or sight radius with a Glock 19 slide, the last thing that I want to do is make it harder to carry concealed, because that's how I carry a gun with the longer grip. And that was one of my points trying to say why I was not interested in the Glock 19X. And people took it all the wrong way, and again, telling me I don't understand the gun and it's for vehicle operations and all this type of stuff. And I completely understand that as well. And that would be the case for somebody in the military, like why the gun was entered, somebody in law enforcement, somebody who's going to ride in cars with an open carry gun for X amount of hours at a time. I could see where that would probably be beneficial to them guys. But I was talking as for me, and 99% of you guys who are out there watching this video right now, as a civilian, it's really not going to do much for us, because most of us try to conceal our handguns. Now, I know some of you guys might open carry and the gun might work out for you a little bit better, but if you're going to open carry, you're going to show the gun anyhow, then why not just get a Glock 17, get the extra sight radius and the extra velocities and all that stuff that is beneficial from the Glock 17. That's what I didn't understand, and that's why, I just said that it has no use for me and a lot of us out there, because us as civilians, we're not doing vehicle operations. We're not. That is for, like I said, police, military, and people like that. So that's why, another reason why I said it was just a gun that's not for me, I have no use for it, and I will not be buying it. And the last thing that I want to talk about, again, going back to Glocks, is the people who were saying that I'm not a true Glock fan, I'm a Glock hater, and all this type of stuff because I don't like the Glock 19X. And I also mentioned that I don't care for the Gen 5 Glock. I won't be buying one of those either. It just doesn't do much for me at all. So the last two Glocks, the one that's been released, the one that's been announced, just haven't done much for me, and I will not be buying them. So people were saying, oh, not a true Glock fan, Glock can never make you happy, yada, yada, yada. I just want to say up front, for anybody who might be new to the channel and haven't watched all my older videos, that I am a big fan of Glock. And if you watch back through my channel, you'll see a ton of Glock videos. You'll see my EDC videos. 99% of the time, my EDC videos have a Glock in it. I have a Glock strapped to my hip 99.9% of the time. I'm a big Glock fan. This one right here, this Glock 19 Gen 3, I've had for a very long time. It has been, and really still is, my ultimate go-to, do everything favorite gun. It really, really is. I absolutely love the Glock 19, the Gen 3, and even more the Gen 4. The Gen 4 Glock 19 is probably my favorite Glock out of all of them. But this one here, like I said, is a Gen 3. I've had it for a long time. Have no issues at all with the Gen 3s. The Gen 4s, to me, I like the little bit slimmer grip because I do have small hands. I like the texturing. I like the bigger mag release. The dual recoil spring, I could do with that. I don't think that does anything at all as far as felt recoil or anything like that. But I do prefer the Gen 4s, but the Gen 3s, this trusty Gen 3 has been excellent, and I absolutely love it. I am a big Glock fan, just haven't liked the two that have been released here lately. But I guess if you don't like all of the Glock models out there, you're not a true Glock fan, and you're a Glock basher and all this stuff. But anyhow, like I said, just wanted to say big Glock fan. But anyhow, guys, I just wanted to make this video real quick to kind of clear some things up. And like I said, this was mainly geared toward the new people since the channel has been growing quite a bit over the past couple months. We have a lot of new people here on the channel, and I didn't want them to read the comment section of a new video and get the wrong idea of me. Now, I know you guys who are watching it that have been subscribed for a while and watched the videos and have for a long time, and this really wasn't geared towards you because you probably already know half of the stuff that I said in this video already. But I just wanted to clarify my position on Glocks. Big fan of Glocks, just haven't liked the last two. And also I wanted to clarify about the channel and how I by no means think I'm an expert, and all I do here on the channel is I want to share my experiences with you guys as if you were a range buddy or just a friend sitting here right next to me and I was talking to you, but I'm talking to a camera instead. That's what I like to do here on the channel, just sharing my experiences. By no means am I an expert at all. But anyhow, guys, I appreciate all of you guys watching, coming and hanging out, all that. I do appreciate all of the support. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, good or bad, that's another thing that I wanted to mention here in the video. The comments, the negative comments, by no means do they upset me, they get me down or anything like that. If nothing else, the negative comments actually give me a good laugh, and most of the time if they're really good, I take a screenshot of them, post them on Instagram, and we get a good kick out of them over there. So good comments, bad comments, doesn't matter. Leave it down below and I'll do my best to get back with you. And before you take off, make sure you do check the description box. I've always got a ton of stuff listed down there. I've got social media links, channel sponsors, and a big list of companies for you guys to go show some love to, because they have helped out the channel in one way or another. So go check them out. Let them know that I sent you. I would greatly appreciate that. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.